But until then, let's bring in Texas Congresswoman and House Ways and Means Committee member Beth Van Duyne. Congresswoman, very nice to see you tonight. I wish I could talk about something else with you besides DHS and will it get funded, will it won't. But I feel like it's deja vu. We were in this situation not long ago where the House got thrown a Senate bill and the House kind of sends it back and says, try again. Where are we right now? And could we get something that officially ends this partial shutdown?
Yeah, well, the Senate sent us over a bill that none of them actually voted for that defunded Immigration and Customs Enforcement and CBP, and they're shocked that the House said absolutely not. We're not going to risk not funding those groups. So the House sent back an 8-week continuing resolution that would continue the amount of spend for each of those agencies so they can continue getting paid. The Senate didn't even take it up. Instead, they just shot us back what they already had, which again, no senator is voting to defund ICE and CBP. It passed by unanimous consent, but they're dumping it over to the House, expecting us to somehow vote on this. I was on a member call earlier today. I don't see it happening. What we need to do is we need to make sure that ICE and Customs and Border Protection actually get funded. And now what the Senate is saying is we're going to pass this short term. We're going to do everything for DHS. We're going to fund all the other agencies for DHS except for ICE and CBP. And then we're going to pass a reconciliation bill that will fund DHS fully for 3 years. I'm saying, look, and I think what you heard from a majority of my Congress members, I'm not going to talk for anybody else, but this is what I heard, that if the Senate is so convinced that they're able to pass a second reconciliation bill that funds DHS completely for 3 years, do it. Get back in D.C., stop with the goat rope, get back in D.C., pass the bill, send it over to the House. We will fund it because we don't want the Democrats using this as hostage for the next 3 years. But do that. But to risk the zeroing out the budgets for ICE and CBP and then just say, hey, yeah, we're confident that we'll pass the second reconciliation bill. I was there for the first one, and I know what a hard pull that was to get passed. There's a lot of questions going on right now within the House GOP conference.
So if you tell them, look, you got to finish the reconciliation before we vote on any of this, that sounds like a long time frame, Congresswoman. I mean, that sounds like
doesn't have to be.
But
it doesn't
you
have
worked
to
on
be.
that last one. Yeah. It took a long time for the one big beautiful bill, right? That was reconciliation. That took a really long time. Can you get another one done in a much shorter time frame?
I think the term there that you got to look at is big. Right. The first one that we passed was a very, very large bill that we had been working on for 2.5 years. The second reconciliation package I'm talking about right now would specifically fund DHS for 3 years, which is what Lindsey Graham, as the chairman of the Budget Committee, said that he's going to produce. If they can produce that and it's very strategic, it's that small, you can do it in a very short period of time. Do your job, get back to D.C., pass that, send it to the House, and then we'll vote on it. But otherwise, to wait until June is so incredibly risky, not to mention the fact that it also starts bringing up some constitutional issues. Can we even send over a bill that says we're going to zero out that funding and hope that the executive branch, which does not have that power according to the Constitution, can just somehow make up for that lack of funding? I'm not convinced that it can. It shouldn't have to. If the Senate can bring us this bill sooner rather than later, and I'm talking a matter of days, I'm not talking months, I'm talking a matter of days, do it, get it over to us so that we can pass it.
Well, I don't want to throw a wrench into all that because I think speed really matters, but at one point not long ago, we were talking about the Save America Act, and a lot of people said, well, what you should do is put that into the reconciliation if the parliamentarian allows it. Okay, I don't know. That would seem to slow things down.
There's a lot bigger risk.
Yeah, so you're saying don't do that.
Well, you can try to do, but the fact is that reconciliation is reserved for budgetary items. The Save America Act is specifically a policy item, so that if we are, it would have to be a lot more convoluted to be able to get past the birdbath. But that being said, what we're talking about for Homeland Security right now is pretty cut and dry. It is 100% budgeting. It can be done. It is very clear. It does not need to be a big bill. It just needs to be a bill that we passed so we are not taking the risk of not having that funding until June. I think it can happen. And when you look at the fact that we've had 4 jihadist attacks, you've had hundreds of thousands of people who have been stranded. You've got TSA agents who have had to quit by the hundreds because they had to get second jobs because they're not getting paid. At some point in time, and the time has come and gone. This is like yesterday. This is last month. We need to get this bill passed. So I urge my Senate colleagues, stop, just punting the ball back to the House. Do your job, get us a bill, let's get it on the floor.
Congresswoman, I appreciate the tutorial in parliamentary procedure. It's not something I know well, but I always enjoy learning. And it's good to see you tonight. Thanks for being with us.
Great to see you, Brian. Thank you.